welcome to Soulful.
My name is Nakia, and welcome to Soulful.
And I am also Latoya. Thank you for coming to Soulful.
Hi, and I'm Velvet. So happy to be here today, ladies.
Velvet's here, guys. Can you feel her energy? Yes.
Yes.
Love it, love it, love it. So this is the third part of our entrepreneurial series. And today we are talking about execution. Execution. And Velvet is an executioner to the utmost. So we are so grateful that she decided to spend her time with us instead of executioning something else. Fantastic. Yes. So ladies, what y'all working on? What you working on today?
Website building.
Whoa,
Yes.
that's a beast right there. Yes, ma'am.
But it's been fun.
You, Toya, what are you working on?
Me, I've been working on Bark. I've been working on an awesome platform called Launch 27. I've been busy. Yes.
Awesome. And I as well working on learning new website platforms. So, and it's all surrounded by local businesses. I love serving local businesses. So this is awesome. Velvet, the executioner, what are you working on?
I am working on a few projects. I have a few companies that I'm working closely with and establishing, and it's been so much fun. The local services space is a new space for me. I am having a great time in it. My previous companies were all global brands, so this is way different and just as awesome. So
Yeah, it's local is it's a little different. Like you said, just as awesome.
Yes.
So I'm excited. I'm grateful. I happen to be kind of in your department, and so I'm learning a whole lot of stuff just by watching you. Yes, watching you move. Yes. So guys, for those who don't know Velvet, I'm sorry. She is an awesome human being. She's I don't know. You see her background. That's what I think about when I see Velvet. She's
on
just
top of
all
the
around
world.
the world.
Okay?
Yeah, that's that right there. On top of the world. Yes. So just a little bit about Velvet from my perspective. When I think about her and I ask, well, what do you want me to say? Because I came on here sleepy. I'm like, what am I supposed to be saying? But immediately the word just came off, boss of all bosses, and she is here to teach other people and help other people be bosses. So she's one of those who comes back to the community. Like that's clearly important to her because I see she has a gang of people that she's helping to uplift so that they can be like her. So I'm encouraged. I want to be like that too one day. Velvet.
She's literally like the perfect person for this third series.
Yes, yes, yes,
Like
yes.
get it done. Yes.
Yes, just get it done.
You executed, definitely.
Yeah, so she is a retired cryptologist, and I guess she's going to tell us a little bit what a cryptologist is. She's a leader in the FIRE community. So she's going to tell us about that acronym, the FIRE community. Remember that, guys. That's important for us to know about the FIRE community. She's a world traveler. She's been to over 84 countries.
Boom.
I've been to Mexico.
That's dope.
So, yeah, man. So that's what's up. I can't wait to learn more about that. And she has a beautiful family. She's been married. She's been unmarried. She's done a lot. She's seen a lot, and she shares a lot, and she loves a lot. So thank you so much for being here today, sis. We appreciate you.
That was the bomb introduction. Yes.
Because you're the bomb. What do you expect? What was I supposed to do?
Yay, I feel so good. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. So if you will just, I guess, the focus is execution, but if you could just tell us a little bit about your background, that'd be awesome.
Yes, I've been executing and slaying things like a lot of us do. Since, I can remember, I think we all come into this world and we're like, what are we going to do? What are we going to? And for me, growing up in the way that I did and with a parent who couldn't always be there due to other requirements, it just made me really hone in as a child into designing and executing my life in a way that I thought would benefit me and my future children. And so one thing that I said I would do differently is I was going to retire early so that I could spend quality time with my children. And now, I mean, I literally designed that life. I first retired when I was 38, and I was retired for like a year, and then I built the global company, and then I built another one. And then I retired again for about 3 years. And now I'm just coming out into the local services, and I'm coming out full-fledged with all types of projects. And it's incredible. And what I've learned from it and through it all is you really cannot execute anything without a community of like-minded people to get you where you need to be, and without self-love.
Yes.
Very important.
Ooh, yes.
Without self-love, you have that imposter syndrome that can crop up.
Right. We talked about that earlier. For those of you that are just watching the first time, this is the third part of the series. So the first one was mindset. The second one was your finances. And then now we're talking about execution, just getting it done. And Velvet has a acronym called FIRE. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. So once you hone in on what you want to do, how you want to do it, get your plan together and execute on that plan, you will likely enter what's called FIRE mode, which is financially independent and retire early. So I have been a member of the FIRE community almost 6 years now, and it's been amazing. I do what I want when I want. I help a lot of people, and I give a lot of my time, and I do everything with my kids to the point where they like, Ma, please find something to do. Lord. And I build brands, and I help small businesses scale, and all of it is because of being able to execute and make things happen, break through the imposter syndrome and break through fear. Let fear motivate you. You know, I listened to the other parts of the conversation, and it was amazing. The first part, I loved how they talked about the power of words and wasting time and procrastinating. That's a huge issue for me from time to time, because I do what I want when I want, and I'm so comfortable. So it can be hard to get motivated. But once you have your dream and you know what you need to do to execute, that gets you out the bed, you know? And then last week, talking about finance and getting people around you and making sure the price is right in order to profit. That was such a big deal.
Yeah.
Listen,
Listen.
a big deal. Yes.
So
That's the main things people need.
I had a question, Velvet. I get it. Once you decide to start businesses and stuff, you know all about personal development and empowerment. But that piece about retiring early, I'm like, my brain has to work on that. How did you, like, how? Like, what made you think that that's possible? Because I've never, this is recent, but I never heard of anybody retiring at 30. Explain.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, because of my background, I knew that I didn't know if it was possible, but I knew if it was something I wanted to look into. And so looking into it in my high school years, the military was a big, like, okay, I could retire early if I go in the military. But then I noticed people that retire from the military, they just work another job. And I couldn't understand that. So then when I started studying that, I realized it's because they didn't save enough. They didn't. So then I had 5-6 jobs in additional to me working in the military. So I knew what my life goal was. And so between the stocks that I was investing since the age of 19, between being a janitor sometimes, being a a window washer, being a government contract part-time on top of being military, and numerous of other things that I've done. I knew that when I retired at 38, I was going to be retired for good. So, and I was.
Oh my goodness.
Is
You
it?
said, go ahead, Nikki.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
I'm
just getting excited. Go ahead.
Master, so I want to know, being that you're retired, is it boring? Because I just cannot figure out what to do with my time.
I get asked that a lot, but for me, absolutely not. First of all, I am a lazy person. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have that motivation a lot of people have in them. I don't have that necessary drive. It took me a lot of years to come out of retirement because I'm a very comfortable creature. I don't need more. So I will say that I did get a little bit restless in retirement over the last few months with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what really broke me out of my shell, because what it was people needed jobs, and I knew I had the ability to make jobs. So why not make some win-wins happen? And
there go that word. There it is. I was waiting.
What that word is?
Win-wins only.
Yes. So, okay, how important is multiple streams of income?
Oh, it's super important. Without multiple streams of income, I never would have been able to retire in my 30s. It would have been impossible to just have one stream of income.
I want the audience to hear that along with you investing in the stock market, I heard janitor, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wash the windows, whatever you said. I mean, it's whatever it takes.
Clearances, agents, I've done it all as a side hustles while full-time military and a mother and a wife.
Yeah.
That just makes me, I'm encouraged to step up my game, number one, because, I can. There's no reason for me not to. So cryptologist, what exactly is a cryptologist?
That is an intelligence analyst. And basically my entire career, from the day I stepped in to the day I stepped out, I worked in top secret arenas and facilities and with VIPs, and like even President Obama, who knows me, I would love to say by name, but I know that he knows me by face. But just because I've been in so many meetings with him, and I've been in Mrs. Obama's bathroom and I've used it. She has her own private bathroom in the White House, but one time I got to use it and I took a selfie, so I got proof. I was supposed to have my phone, but I could not take a picture in her bathroom. Like, so, but hopefully I don't go to jail for that. But so cryptologists basically work in NSA and other letter agencies in the DC area, and a lot of time in the Pentagon.
Wow.
Awesome.
Okay.
Like rock star quality. Yes.
I want to know, how is it that you can proclaim yourself as being lazy, but still find the time to be a wife, be a mother, have a full-time job, and work a side gig? I was literally losing my mind trying to get it all done. I did get it done, so I know it's possible. But how can you, as self-proclaimed lazy, because I don't proclaim to be lazy, so I self-proclaimed lazy, do it?
Well, because I knew what I wanted future me to look like. And that's right here today happening, which is I wake up when I want, I go to sleep, I can take some plant medicine and I do nothing. I can watch Netflix all day. I knew that this is the life that I wanted. And so working 6 jobs to get to a means to an end was not a big deal to me. It was fun. It was easy. I was crazy with spreadsheets and crazy with numbers. I would be like, oh, if I throw that extra $100, I could be debt free in another month. It was just fun because the end point was lazy. Yes.
I don't see that.
I love that. I feel like I'm gonna put that on my wall. I
Yeah.
love that actually. I'm writing that down.
But
Awesome.
you will, I feel she just brought up something that this was a thought that I had earlier. You will have to become a different level of you. You
Yes.
will have to think past the right now. And like all the self-help books say, you have to do now what others won't, to have later what others can't. Because Lord knows, I wish I could just sit around and do nothing, but
Yeah.
that's not my life right now. Like she said, this is the life she knew she wanted a long time ago, and that's where she headed. That's the path that she set forth. So thinking outside of, how did you put it earlier? The present me had to think about the future me.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's exactly what she said earlier.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. I was always thinking about future me. What future me? Do I really want these shoes? What does future me think? If you don't buy these shoes,
Wow.
you could be out of debt a month earlier. Okay, I'm gonna do it for future me. I'm gonna drink this green tea for future me instead of this soda. I'm gonna do this extra jumping jack, right? I'm not gonna start counting until I get tired of doing push-ups. Then I'll start counting them for future me. So everything was about future me.
Wow.
That's awesome. Anybody else got questions?
Also said that you require a tribe of like-minded people.
Yes,
Mm.
How do you find a tribe of like-minded people in this day and age when everybody is so scared to be themselves?
yes, absolutely. So in my opinion, it's easy to, as long as you know where you're going and what future you looks like, you know where to go. So for instance, if future you owns boats in the islands, you need to be joining captain groups. If future you wants to be lazy and just get side income from, you need to join business groups that are doing side hustles creatively. You need to just surround yourselves around the people you want to be. What does future you look like? Okay, cool. Now, what kind of groups does future you hang out in? Now, go join those groups.
Mm.
And right then and there, from the day you join that group, you have resources, mentors, mentees at your fingertips.
I like that.
And I'm watching you. That's what you do. That's what you do.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Can we talk a little bit about some of the past businesses, how you executed in those companies?
Yes. So after retirement, my first company was this huge real estate software type company. And it was built just because I love people. I'm a humanist. Humans are my favorite beings. And so I want all of us to be treated with the proper amount of respect and dignity. And since I'm a traveler, especially while traveling, and there was just a travesty going on where travelers were being discriminated against
Mm.
through various ways and through this very popular platform that a lot of travelers would travel through. And so me and my business partner, he was rejected on the platform, and then he's very much an entrepreneur wizard. I call him my partner in genius. And he was like, listen, your travel connections and my entrepreneur know-how, we can build our own thing. And so that thing grew up. It just exploded. We were all over. I was featured in Forbes and Essence and Ebony, and I'm talking full
Ooh.
page. I was on Al Jazeera and CNN giving talks, and it was just explosive. And I won all type of accolades and acknowledgments, and I couldn't believe it because I just wanted to be retired, and here I am thrown into this craziness. And but it was so much fun. And then from there I started a travel company, and I was taking hundreds of people to South Africa and Cuba and my favorite destinations around the world, India for Holi, and just amazing things. And then I just got burnt out. It
Mm.
was like, whoa. I cannot move another limb. I don't want to make another call. I don't want to send another email. I don't want to do nothing but crawl in this hole and sleep.
Wow.
And so I just disappeared. I just literally disappeared from my own mental health.
That's important.
It's very important. I'm glad you knew you had that option. You know, you feel like you owe the world you.
And I had great partners who were like, take it, you know, take your time, do you. And I just want to say, as the journey, if we don't get a community, if we don't get people to help us, you will burn out. You know, this second go round, my entrepreneur pursuits, I hired help before I even knew the name of the company. I was like, well, first of all, let's first get somebody who gonna help me with this, because what I'm not gonna do, you know, I know what not to do to get burnt out now.
Good. So your hiatus when you did leave. You didn't hear me. How long was your hiatus when you did leave?
Almost 3 years. I'm just coming back in a fold. Maybe about 3 months ago. So I've been retired fully for the last 3 years. And my company has been doing amazing because I am the type of CEO that believes in building my companies and then working 0 hours in them. So the companies, you know, no company is doing well in the real estate market at the moment. And so it's not doing well, but the lessons learned from building such an amazing company and with an amazing team who I still love, and, you know, and they do so well, that I can never have enough gratitude for that.
And I want people to understand, if you build a company and, you know, because of what's going on currently, it's not doing well. Like Velvet said, you learn so much, and how hard is it going to be for you to build another company and another company?
Exactly.
So yes, how exciting! Wow.
We don't fail; we just learn.
That's right. Yes. That's right. I had to learn that though. You know, in school, I definitely, if I didn't get an A, I failed. But I'm learning differently.
Yes.
It's all stepping stones. It's all part of your
makeup. It's not about being perfectionists. Perfectionists don't do well in life because you never execute. You're so busy worried about being perfect.
That's right. So, I'm learning that.
So what's one thing that you can take from this series, guys? Let's give them one thing that we will personally take in from this series to implement in our daily life.
Who can I say?
Yes.
Yes.
You have to live like no one else and execute so that later you can live like no one else.
That's right.
And not execute.
And not execute. Yes. Yes. My biggest thing I think I can take from this is, no matter how rough it looks, keep going. Because I tend to look at things, you know, I got anxiety, and I will look at things like it is the end of the world, you know what I mean? And it's really not. And just keep going, and, you know, just keep pushing. Like they said, what's the thing for Dora? Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Yes, just keep going. It's not a bad thing. Even if it fails, it's like she said, it's a learning opportunity. Do it better next time. So that's my biggest thing. Mindset, finances, and execution. Just keep pushing all three. Keep going.
Yes.
What I learned was last week, I learned that I need to appreciate my worth and charge my worth. And this week I learned that I need to think about my future self, because I don't think about my future self. I'm sitting here bored. My daughter's gone. So I need to think about my future self and put into action what I want to see and do that. So that's what I learned.
That's awesome. I remember a while back, some guru told us to write a letter as if we were like an old lady, you know what I'm saying, grandma, and just about all you did in life. And and about your children and all that type of stuff. And so that when she said think about your future self, I need to write that letter again so I can dictate how life should be. The greatest takeaway for me from the series is community. A lot of these things that I don't know how to do, maybe I don't know how to do price for my new business and all those type of things. I know my community, together we can figure it out. I know that support when I'm having a rough day, I can holler at the community. And so community is the biggest thing that is my takeaway.
Very
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This was absolutely awesome. I enjoyed this series so much. This was so fun
Yes.
to do.
Velvet,
And I would like to just say one last thing.
Uh-huh.
So if one way of always being in line with your future self and wanting to attract amazing things in your life, be it just having freedom or having money or being to the point where you don't have to worry about money. You're just, I think that we have to remember to affirm those things. And I would just say a tip on that is to write out your affirmations, or go just find one that's already there and save it as a screenshot on your phone. So every time you look at your phone, maybe it can say something simple like, I am debt free. I am a money magnet. I love money and money loves me. I am a multi-millionaire in control of my freedom-based lifestyle. That's right.
So write mine right now. I'm gonna show y'all.
I keep it super simple.
Exactly. Keep it simple. I love that. So we have to affirm it. We have to believe it. We have to see it. Mm-hmm. What is future you wearing? What is she looking like? What her hair look like?
What her hair look like?
Yeah. Exactly. Feel it. Like,
can y'all see it? Yeah. Like I want to hang out with the grandkids and ride horses.
Chill out.
Yes.
Right. You can do everything you want, travel or do nothing.
Exactly.
Be lazy the whole time. Yes.
Yes.
You can even be lazy while you building. I consider myself a lazy builder because I've lived the life of the hustle. So yes, lazy is a goal. Don't let nobody tell you no different.
Awesome.
Not appreciating the lazy, but I understand it.
Yes.
Not appreciating it though. Okay, you guys. Next week we will be discussing the criminal justice system. So come back and watch with us.
Of course, you must like, comment, share, and subscribe. Meet us right back here every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Love you guys.
See you later.
Thank you, Velvet.